I hated seeing all you fighting and blaming each other. That's the opposite of what all your holidays mean. Except maybe you're Smolder.
All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. This is Brandon coming to you in this season with yet another reaction from you all's suggestions. This is My Little Pony, and it's an episode you all have been asking me about, especially recently. It's called the Hearth Warming Club, which is a little bit odd, but I don't really know what to expect here. I see the castle/school. I'm not really sure what it is. Honestly, it's been a while since I've watched My Little Pony, but this one is going to focus on the winter season. I don't really know what it's going to focus on, but we'll find out here together. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, take a moment and click the button below to become one. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you think of this reaction video. Let's get started. All right.
Pony's voices fill the night. Hearth's warming. Eve is here once again.
Okay.
Come on, every creature, sing!
Every creature. And I just see ponies at the moment. I know every time that there are other types of creatures around, the griffins or whatever else there are. I know there's different kingdoms, and I don't understand it all myself, but he didn't say every pony. He said every creature.
La 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 la.
Oh, I saw
la,
the
la, la,
ox or whatever. What is going on? This is a weird start to the episode, and I should say as a disclaimer, I won't be able to cover the whole entire thing, but I'll get as much as I can. Let's keep going.
It's also about putting aside differences to come together, like the Earth Ponies, Pegasi, and Unicorns did on the first holiday.
Is that why you put their fire of friendship on top of the tree? To help us remember their unity?
The fire of friendship.
Because it looks cool. This is my favorite day of the year! Not that I don't like the other ones.
Okay, so this is getting a little weird. So I'm gathering that in the My Little Pony universe, even though it looks sort of like Christmas, they have some sort of friendship day that they're talking about. And Twilight Sparkle did mention like putting aside differences. From what little I have seen of My Little Pony, there's a lot of differences to go around, particularly when it comes to the non-ponies or the, I don't know if they're like oxen or griffin or what they are. I forget their names really, but yeah, there's a lot of differences to go around for sure.
Yada like any day that has started winter break.
2 whole weeks without classes.
Yeah, these
How
guys.
will Ocellus survive?
2 weeks without classes, yeah. And you see this blue griffin. I think he's a griffin to the left. I do remember from other episodes, he was kind of a troublemaker. I don't particularly like him, but he said 2 whole weeks without classes because here in the U.S., of course, we do typically have 2 weeks around Christmas. Most school districts are out for that period of time, out of service, that is. And so the students do get 2 weeks off here in the U.S. That's very typical.
I think you'll all enjoy the time off to be home with your families, to celebrate your own traditions. Attention, every creature. School is
Every
officially
creature.
out.
School's
Happy
out.
holidays, and we'll see you after the break.
Okay.
And for those of you traveling outside Equestria,
Yeah, shouldn't you guys be getting ready to go? If you missed that train, it's a...
And this really strikes a chord with me. I know this episode isn't really that much about the School of Friendship, but she does dismiss school and says, enjoy your break. That does happen every year, of course. I just mentioned that most school districts do have some sort of holiday or winter break around this time of year, and the schools are out, and it is kind of a neat feeling that everybody gets when school is released. It's sort of like the end of the school year or like a miniature version of the last day of school because everybody knows that we get this nice long break, and people do typically spend it with family members and loved ones, and then they come back for the second semester of the year.
Whoa, that is so not cool.
What is it?
And whoever did it ran into your
That's pretty
roots.
gross.
No one came out, and all of you are still here.
One of you must have done this.
but why would any of you want to sabotage Hearth's Warming Eve?
Hearth Swarming.
No, me.
So now that makes sense. The episode title, it's Hearth Swarming Eve. I guess in the My Little Pony universe, they have a whole separate friendship-related holiday, let's say. And I do notice that all of these that are sort of being accused of possibly doing this, most of them are not ponies. And in the other episodes I have seen, the pony-non-pony relations have not been great. I do remember Chancellor Naysay and his bias against non-ponies. I do remember that. Let's see what happens next here.
Yak not do this! Yona
Yaks.
offended by accusation!
Not oxen.
Maybe this wasn't even on purpose, but I want to give whoever caused this mess a chance to tell the truth and explain themselves.
Yeah?
Close your eyes.
And I've seen this done before. I've never seen it work very well, where everybody closes their eyes and someone has the opportunity to come forward, because invariably these creatures, I was going to say these kids, but somebody's going to open their eyes. They're going to peek. They're going to want to know. And I do admire Twilight Sparkle for being pretty balanced here, taking a kind of balanced approach, but I don't see this working very well. Yeah, there you go.
Now, if you did this, raise your hoof, or claw, or
whatever you have.
Come on, Spike. Looks like we have to... Spike, you can open your eyes.
What?
Oh, what about me?
You all can.
And nobody fessed up.
But since no creature took responsibility for this mess, you're all gonna have to help clean it up before
Okay.
we can go home.
Oh, no! Why do I have to stay?
Oh, but the holidays!
While
Okay.
you're cleaning, we'll bring you into my office one at a time. Since honesty is one of the elements of harmony, we want to give you each a chance to tell us the truth.
Oh, a little investigating. Okay. And I'm kind of surprised. I mean, this has some real life connections. Now, I wouldn't have done it exactly like this. I probably wouldn't have told them that, because whenever you investigate in real life, you don't want to get everybody together like this, because they're going to start talking to each other and their stories are going to change very, very quickly. But you would want to talk to people individually. That is definitely part of something like this, whether it's graffiti or destruction of property or something like that would be the closest connection to real life in a school. Yeah, you would want to talk to individuals. It kind of threw me off. I thought she was just going to say, okay, everybody, just clean it up and then you can go home. And they're complaining about this. It shouldn't take that long if everyone helps. I don't know what this purple goop is really, but her talking to them one at a time, that makes it pretty interesting.
And once we find out who did it, just you wait. We're gonna...
Rainbow Dash needs to stop.
What are we gonna do exactly?
The guilty party won't be going home over Hearth's warming break. She or he will stay here for some one-on-one friendship lessons.
Now that's pretty serious, not going home at all. I don't think you'd be able to get away with that in real life, even if it is like a boarding school situation, which is what I see the School of Friendship as. It's sort of like a boarding school because it seems like they live there. And especially for these other creatures, going home would be pretty important because they live in these other kingdoms far away. Again, I don't completely understand the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic universe, but I do the best I can. Let's keep going.
Must confess his...
Then, I guess there's no holidays for any creature. You'll all stay over the break.
That's some tough justice.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Who wants to be interviewed first?
I'll go. Beats mop duty.
Yeah, this blue Griffin or whatever he is terrible. He was the one that led the entire class in skipping in, I think it was either school days or testing 1, 2, 3. I can't remember which one it is at this point. They're kind of running together. I think it's school days where he led the rest of the class in skipping class and leaving the school. So not a great character here. But she wouldn't just say who wants to go first. She would have it planned out. And in fact, if she suspected one of them, she would probably save them for last. But she would talk to people one-on-one for sure.
We can make a game out of this. See who finishes cleaning up first.
Okay.
Woohoo! Yak win! Yak best at cleaning.
Yeah, and I suspect that they may end up making a bigger mess by making a game out of it. I don't disagree with that. That's a good strategy. I've seen that done before. I've done that before. Let me know in the comments if you have. If you have a chore or something, make a game out of it. It does tend to work.
If we ever get out of here.
Ocellus, your turn.
Okay. Now, it's kind of
What
intimidating.
happened?
What do you think happened? I told her I didn't do it.
Ah! Yona tired of waiting! Yak's always home for holidays! Better confess soon.
Sambar? Sorry, but they said they want you to go in next.
And I have done that before, not a lot, but told somebody if I have a few people lined up, particularly if they're like right outside, hey, go tell this person to come in next. Although that's not exactly best practice because you don't want them sharing any information about what was said, so you do sort of have to watch that.
To get home, Smolder. Like you said, dragons don't really have holidays.
Okay.
So, did you tell them you did it?
No way! Why would I say that?
You already live in Ponyville. Staying here over break is no big deal.
So it's not even about the honesty, it's about practicality. So he's saying since you're a pony already, you don't have to go back to your own separate kingdom far away. There is a certain logic to that, but they're basically saying, hey, just fess up even if you didn't do it, which, you know, if he didn't do it, he didn't do it.
School of Friendship, good place for Pony to have pony holiday.
I'd still rather spend it with my family at home.
Yeah.
Smolder, come with me. Yona, Twilight's waiting for you.
Okay. Just about done here.
The last two. So if neither one of them confesses, that means
We're never going home! We'll be here forever!
Beyond forever.
Well, not forever. I mean, it just means they're not going home during this break that they have, which is sort of extreme, in my opinion. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I've never heard of that. Even at schools where you do sort of live on campus, there are schools like that. Those do exist. They're not very common, but that is really extreme. And you would think that Twilight Sparkle, like maybe there's other evidence that she could collect other than just their statements that she's collecting here. But even if you did have that, you would talk to them individually, as I said before.
But I can't miss the 3 days of freedom celebration!
3 days of freedom.
How long does that last?
It used to be only 1 day, but now to commemorate our escape from the Storm King, we're adding 2 more days.
Yeah, and I did skip part of it where they explain basically each of these creatures, not ponies, but creatures, like explains their tradition and their kingdom, and it gets quite involved.
I'm guessing neither one of you confessed.
Headmare Twilight say wait here. Maybe they're changing their minds
Who's
about
left?
sending us home.
Nobody's left.
Why would they? Face it, we're stuck here.
Seems like it.
But I have to go home.
It's pretty sad.
My mom makes the best kelp fritters.
It's pretty sad.
How can you be so cool about this?
We just show it differently.
More like you don't.
That is true. People do express their emotions differently. So sad looks different to different people. Anger looks different to different people. Ask any school counselor or any teacher or administrator, for that matter, who's had a lot of experience. But particularly counselors, I mean, people do express emotions in different ways. It doesn't always look the same on the surface. Very true.
Show it at all.
What Pony getting at? Maybe it wasn't just one prankster. Maybe there were 3 of you. And you're trying to hide your guilt by not being upset.
Getting paranoid.
does make sense.
Guys, stop it.
Or
Paranoia.
maybe whoever did it is only pretending to be upset to throw us off. But I
Paranoia, suspicion.
Come on, let it go.
didn't! I would never do anything like that!
That's the first time I agree with anything that character said. Whatever his name is, I forgot his name. So come on, let it go. I mean, yeah, they sort of need to, don't they?
Ocellus, you know you did it. Just fess up.
I said stop fighting! That's not what the holidays are about.
Wow. Okay. Well, I feel a little bit better, I guess, about this character. So usually I disagree with pretty much everything they say, but, you know, I'm kind of with them on this. And by the way, I have seen something like this play out in real life before in a school situation where there's something that happens and there's an investigation, and usually not but occasionally I've seen it where students kind of accuse each other or suspect each other in this kind of way. It usually doesn't come to this, but I have seen it before if it's more of a group dynamic, and it never goes well. You really have to put a stop to that.
Do you know how lucky you all are? With your stories about sharing and kindness and getting together with every creature that you care about?
But griffins do that too, don't they?
Some holiday about a moon?
And I came here and, well, met all of you. So I don't want to go home for the break, and that's why I did it.
Griffin mess up decorations!
Ah, okay. And by the way, there are students like this, unfortunately, in real life that kind of enjoy their school life and their friends at school more than their home. Unfortunately, that is the case sometimes. And we do our very best to support students like that and to really get to know them and find out why they feel that way. Sometimes there are more significant issues there, and other times that's just sort of their personality and they just really enjoy their friends, but it's different in each case. And I see here he's going to confess, even though he may not have done this, so that all of them can go home, and he doesn't want to go home and he'll be forced to stay there, and it's sort of, in a weird way, a win-win for everyone. But let's see what happens.
It was me. I put goo powder in the fire of friendship.
Was it?
So it wasn't a Celis?
Why would you ruin things for us?
Just figured if I made a mess, our teachers would make us stay to clean up. Be together a little longer.
It worked, didn't it?
Better than I thought. And when Headmayor Twilight threatened to cancel winter break, that meant I would get to be with all of you.
Yeah,
The
true.
entire holiday.
True, but at the expense of all of them and their families. He needs to tell Twilight Sparkle. Hopefully he does that here in a second.
That's why I didn't confess.
So why are you admitting this now?
I hated seeing all you fighting and blaming each other. That's the opposite of what all your holidays mean. Except maybe yours, Smolder. I can't keep all of you from the happiness of your homes and families just because I feel bad. I'm sorry. Don't
Tell
worry.
Twilight Sparkle.
You won't have to tell our teachers. I will.
You don't have to.
Okay. So they heard him say all that, and because now they know his motives, they're going to let him all go. But I'm wondering what he's going to do if he doesn't want to go home. What are they going to allow him to do here?
We kinda guessed it was you, but we wanted to give you the chance to tell the truth.
Aha! And honestly, I have done this quite a few times in real life. So a lot of times in investigations, I won't really know, and I'll have to kind of do some digging to find out what really happened. But there have been cases where I either know in advance, kind of give students a chance, or during the course of the investigation, I find out what really happened, and then I don't really need to talk to more students, but I end up doing that anyway as part of kind of a character building exercise, let's say. But I mean, it's always best to tell the truth, even in sticky situations like this. It's always better to tell the truth.
And I'm glad to see you've been paying attention in Professor Applejack's honesty classes.
Professor Applejack's
But you're
honesty.
still gonna have to make amends and stay over break for extra friendship lessons by yourself.
Yeah, and even in those situations in real life where someone is honest, it doesn't necessarily mean there are no consequences. So a lot of times someone will do something that is against the rules and they'll feel bad about it, or they'll want to come forward and be honest and come clean. It doesn't mean there's no consequences. Now in my past, I have really tried to take that into account and into consideration when determining the consequence, but a lot of times there are still consequences here. Twilight Sparkle is not too bad. A lot of things that she does, I see in administrative best practice in real life.
Yona, stay also.
Okay, they're going to stay
I'm
voluntarily. What about their parents? I don't think their parents would approve of this very much.
All right. I guess pony holidays can't be that bad.
Now you can finally know what it's like to spend heartswarming with friends who care
Heartswarming.
about you.
Looks like they don't really need any extra lessons.
And you know, just the overall tone of hearth swarming, it almost seems like Thanksgiving here in the U.S. a little more than the Christmas season, which I haven't seen really too much connection to that other than the decorations, but it seems more like Thanksgiving, honestly.
Obviously know that heartswarming is about coming together.
Hearthswarming.
I'd be honored if all of you would join my friends as guests at our holiday table
Okay.
after we finish cleaning up.
So gotta clean it up. okay, with his little
Hey,
hoof.
this reminds me of another story.
Forming Eve is here once again!
All right, there we go. All right, well, that's the episode. I really enjoyed that. Obviously, I did cut certain parts of it. I had to, but I really, really enjoyed it. My Little Pony is one of those shows where I look at it and it's cartoony and it's animated and it's silly, but there are a lot of connections to real life school. Even though this episode wasn't exclusively about school, I saw a lot of connections in it. It always really, really surprises me. So thank you so much for this recommendation. I really enjoyed it. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, do me a personal favor and subscribe before you go. Give the video a like and comment down below and let me know what you thought of this reaction video. I always enjoy reading your comments and seeing your suggestions, and I do take those down, and oftentimes I do use them, so please put them in the comments below. I'll see you on the next video. I hope everyone is enjoying this wonderful season. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you on my next video. As always, thanks for watching.